Thank you. Thank you very much, Executive Secretary Mendoza, my very first Chief of the PNP. And our present Chief of the PNP, General Versosa, our other officers, and men and women of the Philippine National Police. Congressman Matt Defensor, Chairman Ed Escueta, Vice Chairman Ed Escueta, and the other commissioners of the National Police Commission, Undersecretary of DILG and the other officials of DILG, again, men and women of the Philippine National Police, isang mainit na pagbati sa lahat ng kapulisan, hindi lang dito, kundi sa buong Kapulaan. Marami akong dapat ipagpasalamat sa inyo, lalo na ang tapat na serbisyo ninyo sa sambayanan at sa Commander-in-Chief sa nakaraang 9 na taon ng aking panungkulan. Nakita ko ang katapatan ninyo noon pa sa gitna ng mga pangyayaring pinagsimulan ng aking panguluhan nung manindigan kayo sa akin noong 2001. Mula noon, gaya ng sabi ni General Versosa sa kanyang diskurso, malayo na nga ang narating ng ating kapulisan. Lalo na nang tinupad natin ang mga reforma at modernisasyon ng PNP na binansagan ng transformation of the PNP. At itong malayong naabot ng PNP ay bahagi doon sa malayong narating ng Pilipinas mismo noong Enero 2001. Noong Enero 2001, nandun si General Mendoza at siya ay naging first chief PNP ko. Siya rin ay namuno sa inyo sa paninindigan sa akin sa EDSA 2. Time has gratefully erased many memories of the tumultuous time less than 10 years ago when the nation teetered on political chaos and financial bankruptcy. Nung una kong iniluklok ninyo sa Panguluhan, nasa bingit ng bangkrote ang bansa at halos walang may gustong mamumuhunan dito. The economy was jammed in reverse and therefore few jobs were being created. The national debt was 3.6 trillion pesos, bigger than the GNP, which was 3.3 trillion pesos. Foreign reserves were razor thin. But together, you of the PNP and I, we put discipline and long hours to work on behalf of a nation in need of a clear vision and the stamina and perseverance to make things happen. If you recall, in my first appearance before you as President, prior to that appearance, Chief PNP Leandro Mendoza told me that there had been a 10-year-old law that increased your salaries but never implemented. So in my first meeting with you, I immediately announced that government would look for funds to effect that long legislated but unimplemented salary increase for our policemen and policewomen. I have honored that commitment not just once or twice, but 5 times on top of increasing the subsistence allowance. Earlier, General Versosa showed you in the PowerPoint that an ordinary policeman now receives 17,000 compared to 12,000 in 2001. But the 12,000 was after I had increased the pay. When I came in, I inherited an ordinary policeman's pay of 6,000. So the 17,000 now is almost 3 times what the ordinary policeman was receiving in 2001. And with the passage of our salary standardization law. Thank you very much, Congressman Matt Defensor, for that. The law was passed last year. Not only did you get the first tranche of the latest salary increase last July 2009, we have also made sure that even when I am no longer president, you will continue to receive a salary increase every July until 2012. And effective today, in accordance with an executive order that I signed, the cash assistance granted to police personnel who are killed or wounded in the performance of their duties is hereby increased. For those killed in action, the assistance to survivors is raised from 100,000 pesos to 250,000 pesos. For those seriously injured, it is doubled from 50,000 pesos to 100,000 pesos. And for those less than seriously injured, it is also increased from 20,000 to 50,000 pesos.